somewhere in the triangle between Morgan, Etowah, and Jefferson counties, Alabama, people are seeing a creature more than 7 feet tall and covered in white hair. It's been sighted in Happy Hollow, Walnut Grove, Moody's Chapel, and Wheeler Wildlife Refuge, and it's called the White Thang. Reports of the White Thang, remember, this is Alabama, date back to the 1930s, and the reports of the monster vary. At times, the beast is described like an albino Bigfoot, or maybe an albino bear. Other descriptions compare the beast to a lion, or even a large cat-dog hybrid. Other reports take on a ghostly tone. The descriptions of the beast are varied, to say the least. However, there are a few similarities. The creature always appears to be covered with long white hair, but overall witnesses did not seem to be frightened of the sight of the wild thing, or of the things that it did. The thing that they were afraid of, though, is its screech. The shriek is described like a woman or a baby crying, not only barks in the dark woods at night. Witnesses have heard the sound coming from the hulking, white-haired monster as it loomed over them and screeched into their face. The White Thang is said to even climb trees to wait for people to walk beneath it. In later decades, it's been described as upright and at least 7 feet tall, although there is one element about the creature shared by many witnesses. They can't make out any detail of the monster, like hands or facial features. Many have speculated that the White Thang is an albino Bigfoot, or maybe a large albino bear. Peter J. Gossett writes on his website of Winston County History, freeofstatewinston.org, that his aunt, Fanita Martin Smith, knew people who reported the White Thang. Smith told Gossett, "Old man George Norris, seen it over there in Enon Graveyard, and he said it looked like a lion. You know, bushy, betwixt a dog and a lion. It was white and slick with long hair. It had a slick tail down on the end of the tail, a big old bush of hair. He leant up against a tree and fell asleep. When he woke up, the sun was just rising, and the White Thang was laying right beside him, and it was looking at him. He said it didn't offer to hurt him or nothing." Unlike Bigfoot, however, is the folklore attached to the White Thang. Older Alabamians talk about seeing the White Thang around funeral wakes, with some saying that when they were a child, they knew they would see the White Thang anytime someone passed away. Others extend the death association to appearances of the White Thang during hog killings. There is a story of an old woman who heard a commotion outside her house one summer night. Figuring some animal was at her garden patch or perhaps disturbing her dogs, she grabbed her hoe and headed outdoors. She was surprised to see her dogs cowering and whimpering on the porch. She headed for her garden, which was next to the house. There, she found the White Thang helping itself to vegetables from the garden plot. Both she and the creature startled each other. The creature dropped the vegetables and ran past her on all fours, heading for the woods. Maybe the White Thang is an invention of the imagination, an omen or harbinger of death or bad luck. Maybe it was created to help make sense of the world long ago, passed down until it became part of the local legends and lore. Or maybe it's simply an albino black bear or cougar that's been misidentified. Maybe sightings of white variants of known creatures were seen during times of hardship, and legend accumulated around these sightings until a new beast was born into the collective imaginations of Alabamians. Who knows? Maybe Sasquatch has a big white cousin down south. Sightings today of the White Thang seem to be on the decline, although there is a Facebook group dedicated to the subject. Perhaps people in the area are more accurately naming the unusual creatures they stumble upon in the area. Maybe the creature or creatures are gone. Maybe they never existed in the first place. But nevertheless, stories of such a colorful creature need to be preserved for posterity in the end. If nothing else, it certainly is a fascinating example of fairly recent folklore. And maybe the creature is out there, stalking the backwoods and back roads of Alabama. Maybe the witnesses, what they saw, is real. If you enjoy stories like these, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that little bell. That way you'll know the next time we take a foray into even more unexplained and creepy things here on Unknown Territory. Don't forget to check back in with us on Friday for another episode of The Unknown Files, here with us on UT.